CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to stand for truth.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, Marianne, how are you? How is everybody on this Monday? Texas history lover, let's go. I know. a lot to talk about, I can tell you. Hey, Robin. Hey, Hugh. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Absolutely. Lisa, good to see you. Please go ahead and invite people if you will. Shauna, Pat, how are you? Good morning, Julia. Hello, hello. Happy Monday to you, too. Hey, Kim, good morning. Jerry, good to see you. Thank you for inviting everybody. While you're doing that, let me go ahead and I'm going to read you a couple of verses from Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Because of the transgression of a land, many are its princes, but by a man of understanding and knowledge, right will be prolonged. A poor man who oppresses the poor is like a driving rain, which leaves no food. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand all. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoever keeps the law is a discerning son, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. So I just wanted to give you a couple of verses there. Hey, Brian. Hey, Catherine. Good to see you. Thank you for inviting all of your followers in today. It's very difficult for me to see. I'll have to be honest with you. It's so far away. And so if I don't get your name, I am sorry about that. Hey, Carmen. Some of the things I can see, some of the things I can't see. So I'll just have to tell you now. So, breaking news. Hey, Ron, good morning. Breaking news is that the Miami Dolphins coach, the assistant coach, I guess he was offensive line coach, he was appearing in a video that appeared to be snorting a white powder substance. He resigned. So he just resigned. So I guess it was a little bit more than a regular little substance. Yeah, the update made the print smaller. And it's so small, it's like that, so it's ridiculous. I have like 20/20 vision with glasses on, and I still can't see it. Did the IDA have no idea who leaked the video? I wonder. Somebody didn't like him. Somebody wanted to send a clear message. Maybe they were tired of people kneeling on the field, and that was their way of stopping things. I don't know. But anyway, he's history. He'll be looking for another job. I'm from Florida. I hate that team. Yeah, just powdered donuts. I mean, we all know that. So it wasn't any big deal. But I guess it turned out to be a big deal. It was posted by someone who said it was because of the treatment of Colin Kaepernick. Oh, good Lord. Whose history missed it? I didn't talk about history, so I don't know. A Las Vegas model leaked it, Hugh said. Wow. What's a little powder? I know. Freshen up, just a little powder. Yeah, it seems like there's an issue going around there, so hopefully that'll get cleared out. Who cares about football anyway? Not me, Marianne. Certainly not me. Good morning, Barbara. You use it every day. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Unbelievable stuff. Now, let me see. There's some... We all saw yesterday, I think. Come on, it was bare. Bear aspirin, that's all it was. We saw Vice President Pence, who left the game yesterday, and I think that was really good. I'm not sure why he went to the game in the first place. There's a Democrat who was saying that they thought it was just a political stunt and it was a waste of taxpayer money. I say, maybe he shouldn't have gone to the game in the first place, but it wasn't a waste of my money when he left. So, back from vacation. Oh, Amanda, good to see you back. I know, good for Pence for getting up. And the second lady getting up and saying, okay, bye-bye. That's what they should do. Me neither, and maybe it was, but he wanted to protest too. Yes. And President Trump had asked him, too, to get up and leave. Yeah, he did send a message. People just need to quit supporting the NFL. It is pure idolatry. The majority of them are just no good. There are a few who are Christians, but very few, Robin said. He's a Hoosier. That's why he was there. Yeah, because it was Indiana game with the 49ers. I don't know why anyone is supporting them. Don't know either. Hey, John, good to see you. I wrote an article yesterday, posted it. It came out this morning on Colin Kaepernick. It's at susanknowles.com. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I heard Colin said he would come back and stand. No, he didn't say that. He did not say that he would stand. I have that in my article. The guy, I think his name was, let me see what his name was. I had written his name down so I would remember it, but I don't remember it. But anyway, he's a CBS sports reporter. Somehow, in the confusion of it all, it sounded like he had interviewed him and he said that he would be standing up, but that turned out not to be true. And you'll see all of the updates that he wrote. He never asked him that. In fact, he asked him really, really softball questions. I thought it was football, but apparently it was softball. So anyway, there you go. If I could find out his name, I'll let you know. But if you go to my article, his name is in there. It's something like La Canifora or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what his name is. Probably isn't all that important. They lost the game. Oh, my God. Oh, Jason La Canfora, Lacanfora, CBS sports reporter. Yeah, he never talked to him about would you stand if given a job. It was only about, oh, he's really committed. He wants to play football. He's a great guy. You should have him back because, I don't know. Don't forget Mike's son is serving. Not sure if Susan gets to talk till the 13th. Yeah, Brian, I get to, I don't get to post in any groups until the 13th. When the boycott reaches the players' pockets, the slanderers will beat the crap out of the kneelers. Hey, Nancy, good to see you. Owner of the team that lost said from now on they will never disrespect the flag ever again. Yeah, until they figure out, or they figure once again that they are high and mighty and powerful and they don't need you as a fan. That's when it'll happen again. You all, everybody probably heard today that Harvey Weinstein, he was fired, supposedly fired from the Weinstein Company, or Weinstein, amid the sexual harassment claims. So he's out. That happened yesterday. Did anybody hear about that Harvey's gone? Colin needs to join the military and see what a real man is like, Robin said. Yeah, he should be fired. Wonder how long it will be to take them to reach their pockets. I think it's already reaching their pockets. Yep, another piece of good news, Barbara. Get that rich pervert out of here, Carmen said. Hey, Donnie, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I think that the NFL and all sports teams really need to be given a message. I mean, they only apologize when they lose their sponsors, and that's about it. I bet, yeah, who knows? Fox News reporter has now come out and said that in the 90s, Weinstein, oh my gosh, did something very inappropriate in front of her. Cernovich is planning stakeouts at celebs' homes. Well, that's really great. Hey, Amy, good to see you. I wish the military men and women got the players' wages. I know. And the teachers and other people. Hey, Josette, good to see you. The Dow is up 15 points. Miami Dolphins need a new nose guard. None of the NFL is sincere. Heard a Miami Dolphin coach, Chris. Yeah, he resigned. We just talked about that. He resigned. The guy in the video with looked like he was snorting a white powder just resigned. It just happened just a few minutes ago before going on. So he's out of here. So that's good news about. Good morning. How are you, Lori? Good news about the Dow being up 15 points. I don't know if you've noticed, but anytime the Dow doesn't really change or kind of goes down 1 point, the news media makes a really big deal out of it. Even though it's still up higher than it normally is, if it just drops a point, they have to say something about it. Offensive lines, coach. There you go, Cully. ah. Teachers, after a certain age, it would take a strong person to deal with kids these days. Yeah, they have a lot of issues, a lot brought on by their parents, unfortunately. I know Cully's always got the really good stuff. Hey, Marlene. And those are Cully's Dolphins, too, Cully. Some other news I just heard, too, for people out in Florida, which isn't good news at all. The Obamacare premiums are set to skyrocket in Florida. Hey, how are you, Laura? They are going to go up supposedly 45% next year because of healthcare insurer rates. They're asking for rate hikes. So Florida, not going to be so good. Anybody on Obamacare? Yeah, I mean, that's going to go up. And then if that goes up, then your other rates are going to go up as well. Robin said the MSM can't stand that it's going up because Obama is gone and Hillary didn't win, in reference to the Dow. Exactly. Hillary's never going to get over the fact that she lost. I mean, every time she comes out, she talks about how she would have been a great president, blah, blah, blah. Same old stuff. So I have some other information, some update. I know people with if people stuck with Obamacare, they're not able to pay for it, so they're probably without insurance. James Trevor, haven't seen him forever. He's around. He's working. I think he's busy, so he comes in and out every now and then. Prayers about California. Yes, California was hit. Thank you, Bluegrass. Was hit by fires this weekend. Napa, Sonoma, and Santa Rosa. Really big deal. Huge fires still going on. I think they have some Santa Ana winds up there. And it's really bad. So pray for those individuals up there. I know what it's like to be in fires like that. It is devastating. Time for a name change. Obama doesn't care. There you go, John. How about never did care? Hillary is milking it and to keep everyone upset. Yeah, and trying to keep everybody upset. Trump is the most wonderful president ever. I agree with you. Thank you so much. See you later. Now, here's some updates on Las Vegas. Prayers for them. The fires have been horrible this year, Robin said. Josette said Hollywood is festering with that kind of treatment towards women, with Meryl Streep and Hillary Clinton speaking out. No, all you hear is crickets chirping and God is exposing. Yes. You are very welcome. Ignore Hillary. That hurts her the worst of anything. Good job on the block. Thank you. Now, so the Las Vegas shooter testified. This was, remember back, we talked about in 2011 when he fell down outside the Cosmopolitan and he was suing for $32,000 for the damages and probably emotional distress or whatever for his accident. Now, there was a deposition that was conducted, and supposedly this is information from the deposition. Hey, Paula. The Las Vegas shooter testified he wagered $1 million a night and took Valium for anxiety, and that was in 2013. That was chump change for him. Yeah, he acted like $1 million was nothing. So, this was a 97-page court deposition. Let's see, they tried to make it out in this article that Valium or diazepam, which is also Valium, causes irritability and possible side effects, including rage and aggression. So I don't know if this is an attempt to try to make it look like, oh, this guy was on Valium and so he just kind of went crazy. Hey, good morning, how are you? Then everyone would be, yes, I know. He was using the casinos as a way to launder money, somebody said. Again, I'm sorry I can't see sometimes. Did the shooter really convert to Islam? That's what ISIS is saying. So the claims he spent time between California, Nevada, Texas, and Florida, and he traveled 3 weeks out of each month. Typically, is what he was saying. He grew up in California near LA, and he worked for the IRS and then started investing in real estate. So, hey, how are you? Can barely see your name, so sorry about that. That's just not true. I know people who take Valium for anxiety and it does nothing but calm. Well, and the thing of it is, Robin, he took that, was taking it back in 2013. So what, did it take him 4 years to build up rage? They were saying, I've seen reports saying that at one point he was living in Mesquite, Texas. And as you remember, the other shooter for Steve Scalise and all the Republicans that are out there playing softball, baseball, whatever that morning, supposedly he was from Mesquite, Texas as well. Good morning, Monique. Snipers use diazepam to calm their nerves, Hugh said. Yeah. And if you remember, Hugh, as we talked about, the anti-anxiety drug is being given to ISIS children who they're using to go out and blow themselves up. That's what Amir Safadi from Israel is saying. He was converted to Islam. Yep. He was with the Women's March. I don't know if that's him or not. Can't tell if that's him in that pink kitty cat hat. Example, money doesn't make you happy because you have money. You know, I don't know if anybody, went back and looked at his brother and that video. Yes. And also, he was in Mesquite, Texas, Mesquite, Nevada, and like I said, the other guy was from Mesquite, Texas. That's really weird. I wonder what's he worth financially. Catherine, obviously a whole lot, because Pence is wonderful vice president. You're very right. Thank you. His brother talked about how much money he gave him, made him a millionaire, made his mother rich, on and on and on. Well, people are wondering, evil would call ISIS evil. Yeah. People are wondering, too, like how did he learn all of this? But, if he's traveling around that much, why are you so wonderful? I don't know. Why are you so wonderful? If he's traveling around that much, he could be trained in different camps. We don't know. We should go back. The FBI should and find out. You feel sorry for Rex because you just feel sorry for him. Okay. We need to investigate Mesquite. Yes, we do. We need to investigate every place he ever went and see if there are camps there. They froze his accounts. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Think about the connection to the Bundy Ranch trial. Don't know if there is one. Robin said she's read several claims from people who know him and said that he converted to Islam. Well, ISIS said he converted to Islam, and I love the real news too. So, spent a lot of time trying to find it. Dolphins coach Cully, I just said that a while ago. Some think he has to be a serial killer. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I did read some really disturbing information. Lori, the offensive lines coach, resigned because he was sniffing white powder and it was caught on video. So that kind of, I was saying that as we were coming on. So he resigned. What are you going to say? You know, I wasn't. It was caught on video. I don't think it was baby powder, but you never know. Venice, Italy mayor says, if you shout Allahu Akbar in the city, you will be shot, Shauna said. Well, maybe we should all move there. I don't know. Some of the things that the mother knows something because the living brother won't let the media talk to the mom. Powdered sugar. There you go, Marianne. Just watched his video, Shauna said. He admitted it and said he was going to get the help he needs. Well, that's good. So it's too bad that he didn't go before he got caught. Now he's probably doing that to make sure he tries to stay out of jail. So what do you think of Penn's... He didn't politicize it. He went there when they took a knee, he got up and he left. Percocet crushed. Oh, okay. Is that what he said? It does snow. And there you go, Cully. Could have been snow. Let's not jump to conclusions. The guy can't roll a bill. Oh, my goodness. You guys make me laugh. Sometimes the things you say. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Now, getting back to the other stuff that I was talking about. There was a prostitute that claims to have known the killer. And she said that basically he was a very harsh man in a lot of respects. She claims that he would take her back to his room to have sex with her and ask her to play out rape fantasies. And he was very aggressive. This was according to the allegations in an article. Josette said they believe when they die for their God, they will be in heaven with 72 virgins. It's all a lie, but they believe it anyway, in reference to Islam. Monique said they are training camps throughout the states. This was reported by the Intel in 2015 at one of the live hearings on C-SPAN. Yes. So it sounds like the guy was, if true, was really, different, let's say. It was not the prostitute he took to Mandalay Bay. No, I think it was a different one, is what I understand. And, how would you know? He probably, if it's true about his, penchant for prostitutes, there were probably a lot of them. She's looking for her 15 minutes. Could be. I am wondering if he got his training at one of the training camps here in the U.S., Monique said. Probably. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it's fake news. So I'm sure, the other day somebody said, why are you talking about the prostitutes? Well, because the prostitutes, if everything checks out, spend a lot of time with them. Yeah, and Robert, unless, I'm telling you the news and it came right from my personal knowledge, I have to say probably. He is connected to someone to something we may never know. Depends on who is peripheral. Yep, John said. Absolutely. Owner spoke after Pence left with strong words to wouldn't let me share on Twitter. Won't. Well, this flag was this the flag again. Yeah. Now this is Christopher Columbus Day for those of you who celebrate it. Antifa announced a nationwide campaign to deface Christopher Columbus statues. Hello, how are you? Beck, good to see you. On September 21, the Revolutionary Abolitionist Movement, better known as RAM, in New York City urged Antifa members to do this. They are an extremely militant group that advocates for violent redistribution of property and for the abolition of gender. So that is their little idea for today. And apparently is going to keep going. I was scared for my 17-year-old to go to a concert now. Oh, well, I would be too. Hey, Edward, good to see you. I think people are going to have to be more cautious. One of the things we're not finding out all the facts yet about Vegas. Don't know if we ever will. But there are some facts that are coming out that we haven't been told, and we're just now finding them out. No, we can't stay locked up, that's for sure. But let me see. Three men, including an American and a Canadian, plotted an ISIS inspired terror attack against New York City landmarks, concert venues, and the city's subway system last summer, according to federal prosecutors. Charges were unsealed Friday against Abdul Rahman El Banasawi, or I can't pronounce it, a 19-year-old Canadian citizen, Talha Haroon, a 19-year-old U.S. based in Pakistan, and Russell Salek, a 37-year-old citizen of the Philippines. So that happened last year. Did anybody hear about it last year? Yeah. Not only that the prostitute spent a lot of time with him, she may have been the one who told people in the crowd, "You're going to die." Okay. So Monique is saying that the one that may have been one of the prostitutes that told people in the crowd before the concert, before he started firing, that they were going to die. So I don't know. No, we never heard about it. And so, if this had been going on in Vegas and hadn't occurred, we probably wouldn't have heard anything about that either. Hey, Robert, good to see you. So how much more are we not being told? How many more, ISIS terrorists are located here in the United States that we're not being told that they're here? And that's why, I understand with Vegas. I understand they can't come out and tell you all the information. They're still looking for people probably with a connection to him, and they don't want to put all that information out. I think being scared to be outside is the sacrifice we need to make for the Second Amendment. Somebody, I didn't see you said that. This is very scary to find this out. What else do they know that they're not telling us? Probably a lot more. What happens in Vegas? Yes. I heard it was personal argument where a person said all going to die. I haven't heard that one, Chris. Who was the argument with, Was it between them or between somebody else and she just said those things? Now, I want to kind of remind you guys tonight. Okay, not a problem, Shauna. I have sounds like a cover-up given we missed obvious signs of 9/11 coming and ignored them. Tonight, my guest is a counter-terrorism expert. He's also a former chief of police. He took his training in Israel. So you really don't want to miss that show. We're going to be talking all about Las Vegas and what his opinions are about Las Vegas. The time will be, if you go to SusanKnowles.com, it will be, you'll see a link there. It's coming out at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Stay scared long enough and every man, woman, and child will be packing heat soon, Spencer said. Susan, you are a member of the NRA. Yeah. Hey, Robert, thank you for the flowers. I'll try to remember. Yeah. And what I'll try to do is tweet it out, and then tomorrow you can get the replay if nothing else. But that is something that you really want to hear. Hey, Barry, that's going to be a good show. It's not going to be on Periscope. If you go to SusanKnowles.com, you will be able to click on a link and go right there. It's just audio. It's going to be audio. What time Central? What are you? An hour or 2 hours behind? I don't know. Or ahead? I mean, I think it's 8 o'clock Central. Thank you, Marlene. YouTube took down how to modify guns. Wow. Well, it's probably a good thing. I mean, why? I don't think you need to really know that, but that's just my opinion. I know others would disagree, but there's some things that you don't need to know, I guess. Come on now at 10 a.m. Central. Yeah, I'm talking about my guest tonight, Carmen. If you go to SusanKnowles.com, you'll see my show tonight. The man's last name is Gassert. Jason Gassert. No, John, sorry. John Gassert. Too many Jasons and Johns. So it's John Gassert, and he'll be on tonight, 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. There you go. And we're going to be talking all about Las Vegas. As I said, he took his counterterrorism training in Israel. He was a chief of police, and he's very much informed and is going to be a Pretty interesting conversation. So you don't want to miss that one. But just go to SusanKnowles.com, scroll down. You can't miss it. It's Stand for Truth Radio, and you'll see the show for tonight. Now, Steve Bannon has come out with another list of a partial list that I saw that he wants to take down in politics. He's added Wyoming Senator John Barrasso, Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer, and Utah Senator Orrin Hatch to the incumbents he plans to take out. So he also, as you know, he put in motion already, he wants to oust Jeff Flake of Arizona, Mississippi Senator Roger Wicker, and Nevada Senator Dean Heller. He also plans to get involved in the primaries in West Virginia and Missouri, two of Republicans' top opportunities to pick off Democratic-held seats next year. And also, don't forget what Bannon said at the Roy Moore rally. He said Mitch McConnell and his permanent political class is the most corrupt and incompetent group of individuals in this country. They think you're a pack of morons. They think you're nothing but rubes. They have no interest at all in what you have to say, what you have to think, or what you do. I told Trump I was going to go after the establishment first and the Democrats later. Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan have allowed 3 investigative committees on Capitol Hill with full subpoena power. They're going after President Trump every day. So he is, as you can tell, very upset by the fact that they have allowed Mueller to go forward and keep doing that. Did you hear Susan Bannon and Trump don't agree with this list? Did you hear that? Well, it was printed on Breitbart, so I don't know. I guess he'll have to talk to his own people and tell them not to print those things. But why would he disagree with them? What do you think of the man in Tennessee? Yeah, Bob Corker. They really seem to be having a little tit for tat going on. He claims that Trump's threats to other countries could place the U.S. on its path to World War III. He told that to the New York Times this weekend. Says treating the presidency like a reality show. Says he's concerned, and others should be. Comments came after Trump and Corker Twitter feud when Trump said Corker begged him to endorse him and that Corker had wanted to be the Secretary of State, and Trump said no. Corker tweeted the White House has become an adult daycare center and that someone obviously missed their shift this morning. And that was yesterday. No, I don't think the GOP needs to corral Trump. I think that other people just need to stop, being the swamp, or just go ahead and leave. Monique said, when you have time, I recommend going to C-SPAN and doing a search for anything on ISIS or terrorists in America. I believe they said they were monitoring multiple possible terrorist cells in the U.S. Yeah, and I went and found an article it was in May of this year, that basically said that they were targeting Las Vegas. ISIS was targeting Las Vegas. Trump is mentally fit, according to Yale psychiatrists, to be president. Thanks for bringing that up. Thank you for your compliment of the president. Tillerson was right about what? Yep. Well, almost, Pat. But, again, we have something coming out from ISIS. Pence should be the vice president. Trump should never resign. Thank you. What is coming into Iran deal? It looks like that's what they're going to do with Iran. They're going to end that deal with them. And then it'll go back to Congress, and Congress will determine whether or not there are going to be sanctions against Iran. So we'll have to see where that goes. Trump is getting almost no support. Yeah, that's true. He's not. I mean, he's fighting this almost single-handedly. If you guys could, if you would at this point, if you would go ahead and retweet this and share this, we're at the halfway point, I would really appreciate it if you would do that. I love EPA stop now. Yeah, the coal, they're going to go ahead and start doing coal-powered things again. Thank you for retweeting. I really appreciate it. Good morning. How are you, Marie? Good to see you. Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones said that they would be standing for the flag or they won't play. So he claims he didn't know that they held their fists up in the air the last time. Great Monday to everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pat. Let's see. Let's get some other topics in here. A guy who was a firefighter in Detroit, who was a probationary firefighter. He's probably in his 90-day probation. He was assigned to a new firehouse, and typically when you go to a new firehouse, you bring donuts. He just happened to bring a watermelon with a pink bow on it, and so he was fired for racism. So now, now you're not allowed to, particular types of food. So I would suggest to anybody who's going to a new job or to a new location where you have food, that instead of food that you opt for clear water, and you might be okay. I'm not even sure about that, but somebody might be offended about clear water, but I think that's probably your safest thing. Las Vegas was one of the major cities they said they were targeting, as well as other cities such as Boston, Chicago, and LA. I know, Monique, and we really didn't hear anything about it. I know I love watermelon. I think watermelon is great. I wonder which one in Detroit. I don't know where exactly in Detroit, but if you look it up, you'll find it. The local news station had it there. If you bring crackers to your job, is that racist? Yeah, I think so. I think donuts are racist. I mean, police could say that is some type of offense to them. You could probably say, if you're female, that the pink bow on the watermelon offended you. Anybody who wants to find a reason for something will be able to do that no matter what, if they look hard enough. It is insanity. It totally is insanity. It's just gone absolutely so nuts. Also, the owner of a vegan food truck from Wilkes-Barre says she regrets a Facebook post in which she appeared to dismiss the deaths of meat eaters in Las Vegas. At the shooting, 60-year-old Delinda Jensen said she's received death threats and had to shut down her business after her post Monday night, which went viral. She said, "Yes, I am jaded. 59 meat eaters dead. How many animals will live because of this?" In a second comment, she used an expletive to say she didn't care about carnies. Yeah, there you go, man. It is October. But that pink bow could have been something for females. Hey, Betsy. Funny cracker dork, I know. Only in America. Yep, thanks, Brian. Pretty callous of her. I know, very callous of her. And, now she says she's sorry, which she should not be getting death threats. But, you have to be careful about what you put up there. Just said being fired for that is beyond ridiculous. It is. And they even did an investigation on the watermelon. They couldn't find anything. Her name is Delinda Jensen. Delinda Jensen. They couldn't find anything about the watermelon that would connect him to racism, but they felt that in the circumstances, he should just be fired. You're on probation. You can be fired for no reason. So again, don't take food to work. And if you're having a thing where they potluck, now potluck, that could be offensive. What kind of pot are they talking about? And what do you mean by luck? So if you're having a potluck at your work, just say you can't bring anything. That'll be safer. Because if you bring something, it's going to upset someone. Or you can say, look, I'll bring the water. I'll bring the water. Is that okay? I'll bring the water. I know. Yeah, they're never lucky. Luck, that could be Irish. Oh, oops. Nope. Don't even go there, Lori. Don't even go there. Let's see. In California, over the last 9 days, 224 bills were passed in the last 9 days. That's the kettle calling the pot. We don't even want to say what kettle is calling anybody, Barbara. I always say think before you post, because you cannot take it back. The firefighter should sue. I probably won't have any standing because it's probationary. He probably could be. Have to sign off. Okay, have a blessed day. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, again, you can find anything to be upset and offended by. Anything. See you later, Barbara. Barbara and Jean. I don't know which one it is, but maybe it's both. Now I don't know if you heard the news, but now in California, if you knowingly expose others to HIV, including when you give blood, this will no longer be a felony, but it will be a misdemeanor. They said they didn't want to make criminals out of people with HIV. That was the explanation. Yes. Even if you stay indoors all day, someone will be offended. Yes. Shocking. Yes. Big Al says, what? Insane. All of them apply. All of those apply. No, I'm not. You're kidding me. Pink bows. There was just a pink bow on top. Hope you're never in need of blood. Well, I hope so too, Lori. Build me a wall around California. Not before I get out, Lori. But, you know, the thing of it is, too, they have some ways to, you know, look and make sure that the blood isn't tainted. They have tests that they can do. If you want to put your hands in trust and you know, the people who are doing that, I guess you will. Here's some, let's see, can't believe the lower that to a misdemeanor. Yeah. We do need to pray for our nation because it's absolutely tipped over the edge. It really has. I mean, when you're offended by food, when you change laws that will harm people, then there's something wrong with that. Wow, your friend's truck got burned because he's a Trump supporter, which is just crazy. Couldn't I sue California for putting my life at risk, then turn the table on that? Well, you could try. He's always defending Trump on Facebook. Wow, Antonio, that's terrible. God help us all. God's the only one that can help us, really. At this point, I think. I try to offend myself at least once a week. Builds up immunity, Betsy said. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. The leaker that leaked the video of Dolphins coach is a stripper, a black stripper. Are you sure you don't want to say black stripper unless she's actually a black stripper? Because that may be offensive to strippers or black people or somebody else who's not in the profession. Or to somebody somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the picture. Okay, well, are you looking through rose-colored glasses or your own personal prejudices, or is it true? See, I'm kidding you right now, and I'm being sarcastic. I'm telling you, we're headed down the road to these type of questions. We really are. We really are. Pretty soon we won't be talking at all. There you go. Insanity rules the time. It is so sad what is happening. Oh no, she's black. All right. Okay. I think there are fires in California. Yes. Joe said it's in Northern California. There is no such thing as freedom of speech anymore. It's gone at this point. Now, here's some news that you won't hear because it's about a Democrat. But the son of a Pennsylvania mayor, who's a Democrat, was charged with assault last week after he punched and stomped the politician. And this was the woman said that her son is battling an opioid addiction. Police said the son of the mayor, Mayor Kim Bracey, attacked her at her campaign office on September 30. The reports quoted police as saying that Brandon Anderson, 30 years old, of York, was charged with punching his mother in the face, kicking her to the ground, and then stomping on her back, head, and face while she was down. Drug-related offense, those are the allegations. Spoiled brat. Probably, if this is true, opioid addiction, opioid, can never say that well, and basically, I don't know, maybe he was asking her for money to buy more drugs and got upset when she said no. I don't know. Sad situation in any event. Yep, Mama probably said no. The pastor says the crowd talking bad about him would still be talking if he got I'm not sure who that is or what you said. The last part didn't make sense. I'm sorry. Now, President Trump on Saturday, if this is true, said that he's willing to pursue a temporary deal to get a new health care bill in place. He said if we could do a 1-year deal or 2-year deal as a temporary measure, you'll have block granting ultimately to the states, which is what the Republicans want. That really is repeal and replace. Democrats said they're willing to hear his ideas, but we're not willing to scrap Obamacare. So, I mean, again, we're at another standstill. Republicans want it repealed. Democrats say no. They're willing to listen, but not to anything that would repeal Obamacare. So what are we going to do? Who is going to pay for the catastrophe called Obamacare? How much longer can people pay out of their pockets the ridiculous amount of money that they have to pay for the premiums of Obamacare, their own premiums or whatever? I mean, this is, yeah, we are, as long as we can. Traders, Robin said, what we need is for somebody, what do the people want? What we need is for somebody with a backbone to get up and say, we're repealing Obamacare, maybe with John McCain, I don't know how you're going to get that done. The other alternative is to go out there with Donald Trump and just start signing executive orders to defund every single thing, every provision. Just take them all out. Take them out till there's nothing left. I mean, I know people don't like him signing. Yeah, the answer is we do not pay. But we need insurance. I know people don't like executive orders, but in this case, when you have Congress that is not going to act, what are you going to do? The people are not going to be able to continue paying this. I read he really doesn't want to do that. I'm sure he doesn't. He wants Congress to do their jobs, and they're not going to. John McCain is going to go out there every time and give a thumb down. Show up at the ER, then they will listen. That's what the illegals in California do. They all go to the ER, and they have to take them. I would support Trump signing executive orders to stop this madness. Me too, Robin. $6,500 is too much. Yeah. And see what happens, though, Barbara, if you or I go to the emergency room without insurance, I'm not sure that what they're going to do. Because anytime that I've gone to the ER, they immediately want my insurance. And if I don't have it, with me or my card, they're not looking so happy. I don't know what will happen because I've never been in that case. Like if I didn't have insurance, what would they do? I know some people have had to sign up. They get them signed up for Medicare or Medicaid or whatever. So I imagine that's what would happen. Wow. So Carmen says in Mississippi, she can't go there without a card to the ER. They treated me and asked for insurance before they released me. Wow. In California, you got to pay that. You got to give that right up front. And if you owe a copay, you got to do that. I don't care if you're dying. I got hit in the head once, and I was bleeding from my head, and I could barely walk over to the window, and they wanted everything on me before with blood coming, they wanted to everything before they even talked to me. Robin said, I went to the ER for severe pain last year, and my insurance denied it, so I'm paying for all the illegals to get their treatment, Robin said. I mean, It's pretty bad that they won't even talk to you until you hand over all the information that they want, no matter how bad off you are. I guess if you came in on a stretcher, it might be different, but I don't know. Now, we have several hospitals here. They treat you no matter your ability to pay. Wow. Whew. Hello, Susan, everyone. I'm late and have missed most of the week. Glad to be back. Teresa, good to have you back. You have been out. We've missed you. All right, you be safe too. Thank you, Pat. Good to see you. So the casino magnate Stephen Wynn says the gunman was known to staff, seemed like a rational man, and that beefing up security, retraining staff, and implementing strict do not disturb rules are key to keeping visitors safe. Wow. So they have a community hospital if you have to have something. Wynn, the billionaire CEO of Wynn Resorts, talked to Fox News on Sunday. He reassured everybody that his casino security in 2015, that he reassessed it in 2015. You want different colored hearts. I know you got the poopy brown ones, right? They're still appreciated, though. When he developed a high-level counterterrorism program. And it says, I got every consultant and advisor I can think of to come through, from Ray Kelly to the people from SEAL Team 6. It took us from Thanksgiving until May to develop and institute and recruit a program of counterterrorism, and it will be 2 years this May. So there you go. So the Wynn Resorts seem to be well equipped. Now, has anybody, good morning, Patrick. Anybody thought any more about the woman who was videotaping? Spencer says 2018 is going to be very interesting. Congress has done nothing to address the runaway medical care costs, nothing to address the prescription costs here either, Spencer said. Anybody thought any more about the video of the woman who was walking around, supposedly the Bellagio, saying that it was on lockdown? Hey, Joyce, good morning. Tell Annabelle hello. Was walking around with the videotaping, saying there had been an incident there of terrorism, or whatever, that the front doors of the Bellagio had been blown out by gunfire. There's a lot of people that are just not sure about that video. There was somebody, and I don't want to say their name, that's in this scope unless they want me to say their name, that said that they had contacts with people who are in, let's say, a corporate office of one of the casinos, and they're saying that if that had happened, they would have known about it, and if they had replaced the doors, the glass doors, they would have known about that as well. Something is just so odd about that. I mean, you saw people sitting around in there as she was filming, but who were the people on the floor and the guy outside when she tried to go outside that said, no, you can't come out here? That was kind of odd. Where is that woman making a film like that and claiming those type of things? Extremely bad. The FBI needs to talk to that woman, whoever she is, and find out more factual information about that. I have no idea who's paying her to post it. I have no idea. And why would they do it? I mean, she even shows her husband, oh, he jumped on top of me to protect me. Yeah, it's available. It's out there. And it just seems weird. And she even said she had an actress quality about her. She even said that I didn't show the window because it was glass everywhere. We couldn't get near it. It just seems like a weird thing to do as a joke, or as whatever the reason she did it, if it wasn't actual. I'm not saying it was actual or authentic. I just thinking that it was ridiculous for her to do something like that if she was trying to make some weird point. Okay, Robin, take care. Oh, she didn't even show the blown out. No, she didn't, Lori. She didn't show them at all. Anyone saying they saw glass falling from the Mandalay Bay 32nd floor? She sounded very calm. I'd be shaking. I know. It was weird. I don't know of anybody who said they heard or saw the glass falling from the Mandalay Bay. I haven't seen that at all. I've seen some a really gruesome film that was put out in regards to the people that were there right after the shooting. Our hotel is going to be able to get metal detectors and get people to check out their gun. I doubt very seriously that they would do that, Marlene. They may, but the object or the focus of what they want you to do at those type of casinos up and down that strip, they want you to be able to come in and out freely. Somebody's saying, no, we don't need that. I mean, they really want you to just, pop in and pop out and not be reminded of stuff like that because they're afraid that you won't come in and gamble. We need them to do a press conference. Yeah, and as I said, I understand why they don't want to give away all the information right now because they're looking for people, they're looking for connections. Yeah, we'd rather have our freedom, yeah. But it's, sooner or later, it'd be nice to have it. Can a new governor of California overturn the sanctuary state laws? Oh, God. A new governor of California would be worse than the one we have now because the guy who wants to be governor is more Democrat, more liberal, more left-wing than Jerry Brown. You guys, and your little wonderful rally, congrats. Well, congratulations to you, and thanks for loving our rallies. So anyway, did you know Weinstein had already settled suits in the past with 8 women? Not surprising. But they say it's a dead end putting up posters. Something is wrong with that. It's going to be where we need them everywhere. Yeah, it's trying to come to that. Minnesota is getting pretty bad, someone said. Wow. Oh, well, Mika. Do you really trust her? Travis Allen Rep is running as governor of California. Yeah, and that'd be great if a Republican would win. I think the chances of a Republican governor winning in California is next to 0. I haven't heard anything about this lady and the Bellagio. Yeah, it's out there. Is that possible? Are you talking about the Bellagio, Hugh? FBI needs to put up posters to solve the Vegas shooting. I don't understand this whole Vegas thing. State of Jefferson for California. I want them to divide California. I don't care how they do it. Just make this a Republican state down here, or county, whatever. Build a wall around California and call it Calexico. No, thank you. Better pray for California governorship. Was told a video was out for only 45 minutes with the shooter kneeling. Also, did anyone see it? Teresa, there was a guy who put a video out that says, look at this guy kneeling. It was during the shooting, and somebody did kneel down. That could have been a security guy there because it was very difficult to see who that was. No being more left than Jerry Brown. Hugh, unfortunately, it is possible. California sucks. Very unsafe state now. Well, yes and no, because they're saying now that California has become a sanctuary state, that ICE is saying, well, you know what? Because this happened, we're going to have to go out there and start arresting people now. People that we wouldn't have arrested before. Yes, that is true. People use whatever they want, with gun or not. How could this guy be around, blow $100K per hour on poker machines and not be well known in Vegas? Cali is doomed, Hugh said. He was well known in Vegas, even though the guy at the Wynn Resorts said that he was well known. Everybody knew who he was. And again, think about it. This guy had been coming to Vegas and been there since at least 2011. He hadn't harmed anybody that anybody was aware of for that's 6 years, almost 7 years. So something, I'm not with the FBI, but something had to happen to make him change all of a sudden. Yeah, high rollers are well known. They do know who they are. They comp their rooms. They want them to stay. Somebody who's spending that much money, you'd be given like special treatment. He was, I believe he was radicalized too. I mean, everything points to that. Right down to ISIS saying 3 times now, this is our boy. I really don't watch Alex Jones all that much. I do see some things he puts out. Called New California, Catherine said. Yes. So there's a lot more that we need to know. A lot more is not being said. That the Dove soap ad was ridiculous. The letter in the room was regarding like the angles and how what he the distance and the angles of what it would be to that he would have to do to shoot as many people as possible. So it wasn't a letter or anything. It was more of like telling you calculations that you needed in order to be able to shoot as many people down there as possible. Really pretty sick. I know. Ridiculous. All right, you guys, time is up. Thank you so much for being here today. Please retweet this. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. See you again tomorrow. Thank you. And take care, everybody, on YouTube. See you again tomorrow. God